This is amazing. I am so jealous of your job.
It's great stuff.
So they take wildlife biologists out, they do snow surveys, they do your cabin maintenance, a little bit of everything. Yeah, any dog do yeah, rules here.
One squirrel. I think this is so cool. Good girl, Star.
Not only be with them, but be in this absolutely gorgeous place that you get to be in. Not everybody gets to come up here, and so it really is very special to have you here today. A couple of things as we get started. I'll handle a bit of business here. This demonstration will last about 25 minutes. And then you will have time to go and visit with the dogs afterwards. Just so you know, we do ask that you stay where you are, and that all the young ones, please stay beside your adult. So we need to have you beside the adult that you're with, please. We need to have the kids, and if they need to come up front, the adults need to come up front, and there are some seats over there, in fact. I see some down at the end, so if you want to sit there with your young ones so they can see way down there, that would be just fine too. All right, so as we also get started, like I said, we will, if you have an emergency or something, let us know, so that, because we do have a lot of moving parts here, and we ask you to stay where you're at, just because we do have a safety issue for not only you all, but for the dogs as well. And you know, this place, this beautiful place, we like to call it the happiest place in the park. Now, not everybody might agree with that, but we like to think of that here. And as you can imagine, you know, this place has a lot of big and small critters here. You've maybe seen some of them. And if any of them should happen to walk behind me, just let me know, okay? I'll have your back as well. It's important to keep ourselves safe. And you know, we have those animals, those big and small animals that are wild animals here, and we do have our dogs too. We are the only kennels of the National Park Service. Kind of a cool designation, right? Yeah, we're going to learn a little bit more about those too. And our dogs, we feel like they really help to deliver the story of this wilderness. And if you think about it, we're in 6 million acres of wilderness. Pretty phenomenal, right? They help us to protect and preserve this place, and they really are kind of our iconic ambassadors, I guess you would call them, too. So, like I said, they help us to connect to that wilderness in so many ways. Before we go any further, though, I want to know where you are from. I am from Iowa, the Midwest. Anybody here from the Midwest? All right. Anybody here from Iowa? Just need to know. I heard that there were some people. Okay. Oh, okay. That sounds good. How about from the Western United States? Okay. All right. Great. The South, the Southern United States. All right. Good deal. East Coast. All right. All right, welcome everyone, and those of you who came very far from another country. Anyone? Okay, all right, good to have you here. Appreciate that. And as you can see with all of these hands up, you know, we're quite a mix of people. We come from all over. It's a very, very diverse crowd, for sure. And we're glad that you're here. And as our dogs help to deliver our story, they help to tell our story, you know what? Now you're a part of our story because you are here. And one of my favorite quotes, one of my favorite authors, she is an environmental champion. She's an author. Her name is Terry Tempest Williams. And I love a quote from her. And she says, to be whole, to be complete, wildness connects us to what it means to be human. And we find out that more things we are connected to than we are separate from. So we're going to explore that a little bit as we go through our story here. And as we think about connecting to this wildness and who we are, you got to think about your story too and what you bring here as well. Our story starts. They are so excited.
There we go.
Alright. Good job. Got off track just a little bit. Alright, let's give them a round of applause. Great job, team. Oh, what? Well, Megan, our musher, let's give her a hand. Yay, Megan. Did a great job there. Ah, they delivered something to me. What could it be? All right, it's a story about how they connect people to the park, to that wilderness. As we think about connecting our wilderness, it really does take a diverse set of rangers, and we call these dogs, we call them our canine rangers. They are our co-workers. It's a pretty cool deal that we have here. So I am going to read this story, though, that they just delivered. This is a really great story talking about their strength in diversity, that we do need diversity even though they are all dogs. We still need them to have a variety of skills. All right. So a couple of winters ago, 4 mushers and all of the canine rangers made an expedition 90 miles out to Wonder Lake to assist resource scientists with a vegetation study. About 2/3 of the journey took them through areas that hadn't been traveled yet, which meant that much of the trail needed to be broken. Up until this point, trail conditions had been excellent, with temperatures around 0 degrees. But on the 8th day, temperatures jumped to 40 degrees, which made for deep, sticky, and wet snow, as well as some toasty canine rangers. That really is warm, and this is even warm for them too. I would mention there. Actually, minus 10 degrees is their ideal, believe it or not. The changing conditions required some rearranging in the gang line. The dog team at this point was arranged in mixed sizes, with 45-pound matrix and 107-pound throne making up the wheels of the team. The wheels would be by the musher. Throne was struggling with the soft snow, while Matrix just glided right over the top of it. So the decision to arrange the dogs from smallest to largest helped to break through the deep snow. This made for a significantly easier final stretch in the expedition and highlighted the importance of the diversity found among the dogs in the kennel. Each dog is special, and the diversity that they bring to the team is how the magic happens. And that is true, absolutely. So we need the different sizes of dogs, we need their different abilities. So let's talk about that just a little bit. Like I said before, we have our different teams on the gang line. So I'm going to point to Merlin here. Merlin, you saw the pups over here, the new pups, half of them are hers. She just gave birth, so this is really her first demonstration. So yeah, did a good job, right? She is in the lead. She's a great lead dog. Lead dogs are furthest from the musher, and they need to be able to follow commands. Not only that, but they also need to have a good instincts too, because sometimes when they get out into the tundra, that sense as well. So that is the lead dog. The second dog there, we have Nucha. Nucha, he is our swing dog. Swing dogs, a lot of times they are leaders in training, and so they can follow that lead dog as they go along the trail. And then we have, back here, we have Bosun and Jewel. Now, this is a special team, because Jewel is Merlin's mother. So, kind of cool, right? Yeah, we have generations here, for sure. Jewel makes a great lead dog as well, and our dogs take up different positions at different times, depending on what we need. And then there's Bosun. Bosun is the handsome one with the red hair back there, too. Those are the wheel dogs. A lot of times, wheel dogs are, well, think about the car trips that you took as kids, and mom and dad would probably put the naughtiest, maybe, well, not naughty, but, the ones that needed more attention from mom and dad near them, right? Well, that's sometimes they're in training, and so they need a little more direction, so they need to be by the musher. And not necessarily in this case, but sometimes that happens, for sure. But we need this diverse grouping of dogs in order to make this magic happen, in order to move forward, with all of our gear and freight and that kind of thing. All right, let me ask you this. I want to know what kind of dogs you have. How many of you have dogs? All right, how would that be? To see a whole team of schnauzers pulling the musher around. I do want to see that, for sure. But our dogs are not schnauzers, but those are cute dogs. All of those breeds have their place, for sure. But ours are Alaskan Huskies. They are not considered a breed, by the American Kennel Association because they are many different breeds. We breed with outside of our kennel with partner kennels in order to keep the DNA healthy. We do DNA testing on our dogs too as well. But as you can see, our dogs can get pretty big, right? Have you ever heard of the Iditarod? Yeah. Those are race dogs. Our dogs are freight dogs because they haul things. They don't race. They're bred to get through the snow and haul things. And so you can see. Oh, thank you very much, Nucha, for being there. You can see the long legs, those big paws. Yeah, can you imagine going through the snow with your paws if a snow got between your toes? Well, they have big paws, but they're close together. Those toes are close together. Oh, yeah, there you go, Bosun. And they have that long fur. Their outer fur is like a raincoat, and the inner fur keeps them warm as well. No. Yep. There you go. We planned that. And you can see that their eyes are almond shaped. That helps them to keep the snow out and prevents snow blindness as well, because they're not huge eyes, round eyes, that kind of thing too. So yeah, so they are bred for working for freight here. They always have been. And you know, our dogs, I think they have worked probably long enough. Can you imagine working with a more excited group of coworkers, right? You saw them as they took off and they came around that corner. And so I think, we will send them back home. We'll watch them head home. We'll see how they do. Some of them like to, Boson's excited. Okay, there goes Nucha. Nucha's going.
Looks like he could totally bust his head.
There you go. Well, maybe.
He go by himself.
Okay, all right. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. As you can imagine, you know, when you get them off leash, just like us, sometimes we like to wander, right? Yeah. Thank you very much. And this is Jim, our wonderful volunteer. And we have Abigail back here somewhere. I don't know. There she is. There's Abigail, too, as well. She's helping us with our dogs. All right, bye, Bosun. Bosun is from our 22 litter, 2022 litter. All right. Good boy.
I want to see how fast she runs.
All right, there goes Merlin. It would be kind of nice if your work day lasted about 10 minutes, right? Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Jim. Bye, Jewel. Jewel sees something. Squirrels. Squirrel. As you can tell, our dogs are really help us to connect to that wilderness. And that wilderness, just like Terry Tempest Williams said, you know, it helps us to get out there and be in the wilderness. And I hope you have had a wonderful time here in Denali National Park and Preserve. We appreciate you coming today. A bit of logistics before I let you go. The buses will be here. I will make a last announcement when the last bus is going to go. You don't have to go by bus. You can walk or whatever. We can answer questions afterwards too. We'll have some kennel rangers up there as well. So that should be good. Oh, one more thing I forgot. I lied to you a little bit earlier when I said you can't feed any of the dogs. There's one dog that you can feed, and that's Buck, sitting over there on the wooden doghouse.